This is ELH4X4 doing stuff, part 2 of dealing with the AC system on the 1976 Corvette Stingray, so come on along. We're going to time lapse cleaning some stuff out, addressing some issues that we have. I just vacuumed out a majority of this area. We're going to go through, scrape off the remaining portion of the butyl seal that goes on the heater box. We're going to go through how to seal the blower motor and the evaporator area, install some seals that go on the heater core, and we'll put you on time lapse, and yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. We're going to move on to the blower motor, a screen that goes in between the blower motor housing and the firewall. Like I said, I got this one from docrepair.com. You may have to open up the bolt holes or the stud holes a little bit to get it to fit properly, but that's no big deal. See, it's kind of wrinkled a little bit, so if you open up the bolt holes so they fit on properly, it'll be no big deal. And you can kind of see it fits weirdly. Don't trim it. I'll show you why. Alright, this is how it fits onto the blower motor housing. Alright, so if you cut it to fit on the firewall, it's not going to seal properly. I'll show you with the from the last video, it had a little bit of rust on this metal portion of the housing, and all I did was sand it down and hit it up with some paint, kind of refresh it a little bit. Alright, we open up the holes a little bit, get this thing to line flush. What we're going to do is we're going to take the seal kit that goes on the blower motor box, and we're going to put that on. So we're going to go on the bench and do that. We're going to be installing a genuine GM OE replacement blower motor. Part number 191-31214, AC Delco number 15-80666. Reason why we're doing that is I found some broken or missing blades on the fan, and then on the inside of it, like right around here, a couple places in the fan, there's some bite marks from where the mouse or whatever creature was living in that area was chewing on. I tried buying a replacement fan. None of the local areas had it, so I just ordered an actual GM replacement for it, which comes with the fan and the motor, right? So it's just easier to do that. This is the seal for putty for the box. Didn't see one for the blower motor, so what I did was I went to the local hardware store and got some butyl rubber that you would use for the corrugated acrylic panels, and we're going to use that and see how that works out. You do have to remove one of the plugs on the blower motor to hook in your vent tube, so make sure it's clocked properly. That's not quite it. That looks to be about right. And the shipping plug right here. That is probably a different diameter than what the original is. I'm going to do this off camera. Or should I do it on camera? Well, we got time. That is a snug fit. Let me go see what the old motor looks like. Of course. That is a considerable difference. That's a different height too. That's all right, it'll give us more room in that area. So it has to kind of go in about that direction. Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't stab the inside of that motor, break a winding. That'd be great. All right, leave me to myself. All right, so I guess we got to just whittle this part off and see if we can't make it fit. I could open the hole up, but then I'd have to take the housing apart and yeah, I'm not willing to destroy a housing just to fit a little rubber hose in, but you kind of need the little rubber hose to vent so it doesn't get hot, and or I can take the fan and transfer it off of the new engine, the new motor, to the old motor. But let's try modifying the tube first. No, it doesn't hit. That may be hitting, you know, because you can kind of see the armature spinning around in there. Can you? Or even, all right. So I can take the hose and kind of jam it in there. But it feels like it's hitting the tube. Yeah, and it's sounding like it. So we'll knock a little bit off the length in here. Kind of clean that up some. That'll work. Maybe, we'll find out. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Alright, so what we'll do now is we'll get our butyl tape laid out on the blower motor. Or on the housing, and see what we can do. This stuff was like $6.95 a roll. This wasn't. It was, yeah, $5.59. No. This is the website. docrebuild.com has all these hard to find things that this guy makes. He's been in the business for over 40 years. Yeah, so the cool thing is you kind of hide the holes from yourself, right? I should have marked. No big deal. We'll just look at it from the other side. I'll get a pick, poke it through. Get our pick, find the hole. Poke a hole in it. Alright, that's good enough. Now, there is a grounding strap that goes on this. A noise suppressor that bolts onto that. And since I like hiding stuff on myself, I gotta go find my sockets. Yay. All right. Quarter inch drive. You know what, we'll time warp. How about that? Pretty sure that's how it went. Alright, this is the fun part. Now apparently, and it doesn't have any directions on where to put this, so I'm going off of the diagram. Blower motor, so around this area where there's a groove, and then it's going to go on the firewall. So around this area, around, well, it'll be on this side. Around this area, around that area. So we'll see what we got left. If not, we got plenty of that gray butyl tape to do. We'll start with the easy one first. There was a bracket that mounted here that held the dryer receiver. Gets bolted to the factory one. Well, since we went to the valve and receiver eliminator kit, we no longer need these holes open, so we can plug them either with epoxy or some butyl tape, but we don't want any pressurized air escaping out of the blower motor housing. Alright, let's see what this stuff's all about. That was nice. He left it easy open instead of taping it all the way across, so thank you very much, Doc. Hey, that's, I'm kind of skeptical. we definitely need to put some around here. And I have the seals for the evaporator. I'm just waiting on the evaporator. I guess I can speed warp that. So close. No worries. Just fold it in half. All right, that should do it. All right, we can put the fan housing back in. So we'll see how much of the weather stripping we can knock off trying to slip it into place. So that ought to be great. But I think you can get away with just using this butyl tape. If you're not worried about, what is it, the NCRS, judging your vehicle on what weather sealing you're using. I'm making that up. I have no idea what they do. But if you're not worried about keeping it factory or whatever, I mean, if it's going to seal, it's going to seal, and that's really what it comes down to. All right, let's go car side. Guess that was it. See, I forgot something, but it's not a showstopper. It's not a showstopper. What I forgot, of course, I hid it from myself, so hold on. Heater core pipe seal to underbody housing. Okay. Let me get you disconnected and I'll show you. So right here, this thing's going to go right on the heater core stuff, and it's going to go with the tapered corner pointing towards the engine. Okay, let's get it out of the bag, show you what's up. And I got a little bit antsy in the pantsies with the assembly. I hooked up the heater core hoses, and I actually have it filled with antifreeze. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify this this seal and slip it over without having to take the hoses off. All right, so this is what it looks like, and it's going to go in just like that. And all I'm going to do is just cut a slit right here and right here, slip it over the hoses. And you know what? I'm not worried about it sealing tightly because it wasn't even there, right? So is it going to compromise the efficiency? Hey, it's got to be better than nothing at all. So let me put some slits in that, and then we'll get right back. Let me try to do it on camera. I got you off the tripod. Where are you at? All right, so maybe that might work. Who knows? That might work. Let me get you set up so you can watch what's going on. You know what? We'll just do it over. All right, so we're right here.
Slip it on that and that. Trying to find the right placement. That's going to have to work. I guess like that. All right. I don't like the way it's sitting up top. But really, I don't think that matters. No, I don't like that. I'm going to build up around the blower motor. It's just not, I can see air or light, rather than see air, that would be neat. I can see light around I can see light from here all the way through. So this area right here isn't sealing. So I'm just going to put some butyl tape around that, build it up, and then seal it. All right, can you see that? I just built it up around a lot more. So we'll roll with that. See how that works out. There's just way too much air gap going on. Right. Can reach that stud to put the nut on from up top to at least hold it in place. Then we'll get the top on in. Maybe. Yeah, no problem. Okay, there's that. We can reach our ground and power wire from up top here. Here's the wiring harness for that. And you see that I left a little bit of excess over here that we can move around. I'm going to get this final tighten. Tighten it up, the nuts on the top and the bottom. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. The takeaway for me is I would have stuck with the butyl tape from the hardware store. 50-foot roll for $7 was more than enough to do the whole box over. You can't let little things get in the way of your progress. We just had to modify the breather tube for the blower motor. That was no problem. We put the box in, find out that GM reproduction butyl seal gasket, whatever you want to call the stuff, wasn't enough. We ran out of it before we could do the whole thing, and it wasn't really thick enough to get the sealing that I wanted. So if it's not sealing right, then that means the the AC system and the heating system isn't going to run efficiently. I'm waiting on the evaporator. Once I get the evaporator, we'll be able to button up that box, the heater box, the AC box, the fan box, whatever box you want to call it. I got the new condenser, and then I'm going to end up eventually getting a new compressor, so that the AC system is going to be completely restored by the time I'm done with this. Overhauled, refreshed, restored. So thank you for watching ELH 4x4 doing stuff. Working on a 76, the bicentennial Corvette. AC system restoration. Keep an eye out for part 3. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.